Season 2, Episode 7. This is the historic Hanna House in Indianapolis, Indiana. We'll see what this house is about. Intro. My name is Michael Pappas. I had always wanted to go to haunted places so I could be spooked out. With me and my fellow investigators named Alex that is in charge of developing technology so we can see things in the dark, and with my best friend like brother named Brady. Three of us will be locked inside these scary places from dusk until the rise of the sun while battling ghosts, extreme, communicating, and the horrors. These are the places that we will be investigating. We are investigating the Triple H House, the historic Hanna House in Indianapolis, to learn the history of this new location, including the Hanna family members. The house was built in 1858 by Alex Moore Hanna, a prominent figure in Indiana, that the history originally made the house be constructed to Mr. Hanna. But at age 51, he married Elizabeth Jackson, and another ring was added on for the servants. Whoa! The house was built in 1858 by Alexander Hanna. Mr. Hanna had made his riches in the California gold rush and came back to Indiana to settle down. He was married to Elizabeth in 1872, and several more additions were made to the home, as well as several outbuildings. The apartment I live in now was one of these additions, originally built as the servants' quarters. Hanna only had one children, a miscarriage, who is said to be buried in Crown Hill under an unmarked stone next to the parents. Okay, that is interesting to hear. After Hanna's death, the house sat vacant for 4 years before being sold to Roman Euler and his family. The Oehlers were German immigrants, and although the last name has undergone a bit of a transformation, the family still owns the house and has passed it down through the years to where it is now. Owned by the Elder family, Hanna House is said to be the most haunted location in Indianapolis, and possibly one of the most haunted in the country. The most well-known hauntings stems from Mr. Hanna's work as an abominationist. It is said that he hid slaves in his cellar to aid them on their journey to Canada and to freedom. One night, while several slaves were sleeping in their hiding place, a oil lantern was knocked over and set their straw beds ablaze. There are varying reports on how many runaway slaves died, somewhere between 3 and 6. Rather than expose himself as an abolitionist and face prosecution, he buried the bodies of the slaves under the basement's dirt floor, including a baby, where they still lie today. Mr. Hanna himself has been seen strolling through the yard and sometimes riding a pony. There are no known photographs of Mr. Hanna, but based on stories and some telling architecture in the house, it is believed that he was a shorter man. He also smoked cherry tobacco quite frequently, and on a few occasions, I've caught that very scent wafting from room to room before disappearing. Another well-known ghost is Grandma. The house was it was almost sold at one point, but for reasons I am unsure of wasn't. Many pieces of furniture and decor were sold in preparation, but when the sale never happened, the house needed to be filled with furniture once again. Some of the things sold included a bedroom suite belonging to an older woman in the family who affectionately called Grandma. She is said to inhabit the first room to the left at the top of the stairs. The bedroom suite that was sold ended up once again back in the house, being found in an acquaintance and still bearing the original carvings on the bed of whom they belonged to. Grandma's picture sits on the table next to our bed, and we always greet her before walking into her room. She is a neat and titty woman who likes everything just so and loves flowers. Often, the house managers will rush around after neglecting to water the flowers to find her plants already watered. Her, her window directly faces out front door from across the courtyard, and every so often the curtains seem to sway a bit, like someone might have been looking out of them a moment before. Yet another ghost that is mentioned sometimes goes by the name of Mr. Meanie. This is the ghost that is most mischievous and sometimes makes people feel uncomfortable. To my knowledge, he has never hurt anyone, but may leave you feeling scared or maybe sick. It is also said that there may be a little girl who haunts the basement in the apartment. Also, a little baby also is buried underneath the basement floor, which will bring you in the basement if you want to. I have never seen her, but she has been mentioned to me several times. There does seem to be something odd in my apartment, as well as being often hearing footsteps and things being knocked around in disembodied voices. Our cat named George also acts like he is playing with someone we can't see. The source of the hauntings remain a mystery for some time. The Stanley Mansion has seemed to have a few owners over the years, and unlike most haunted places and haunted houses, had seen little in the way of trauma or death. Or so for people believed. Man, this place. Yeah, no kidding. Alright, so this Triple H house's history is wild, but we would like to know some ghosts here to investigate. What about the family? And there is most history and ghosts that we should know of. So we will go to new people and talk about some ghosts that is present in the Hanna house when we enter it inside it. So the owner Alex and his wife Elizabeth sadly were unable to have a child. At one point, Elizabeth miscarried one baby that they had got buried near the basement. But some say that the baby can haunt the basement, and some point haunts the upstairs. Man! What? A little girl is actually the baby that got buried? The hot spot is the basement when viewers have reported smelling of rotted flesh and discombobulated bodies in the hen house. Probably from the baby. Wow. Let us put an X in there and have a quick communication to any of the spirits that might have died there. Okay. If there anyone in here? I am Mike, with my friends Brady and Alex, that will investigate in here. So come on out and try to communicate to us tonight. We got no EVPs, so now we shall explore the basement later. Okay, let's get locked down and explore the place. Yes, let us get ready for the lockdown. Well, here's a little short part of the episode. Yes, darkness is here. Thanks for locking us in, Leo. Anytime. So, this place with a very sad history. So basically, we are going to just communicate with Mr. Hanna and Elizabeth with the voice box, and later go to the basement hotspot where our ex is. So lights off. Mr. Hanna, are you in this Hanna house with us? Just then, Brady's recorder had captured a voice. Please talk. Please talk. Please talk. Were you Hannah's dad or something? Is that where your daughter got that name from? You? I think. You here? Alex's recorder had caught a male voice. Here it is. Yes. Yes. Well, it's a good time now to set a EMF pump with a camera in here to catch any activities that might happen in here. Oh, okay. Let's do it. All right. Let's bring it on. The three walked inside the halls of the house, then later to the basement. Any dead body spirits in here? Dude, I feel a presence of somebody right now. Who is in here? Here's the EMF sweep, just in case. Good thinking. Did you hear that sound? Yes, yes. Michael had caught it in enhanced audio. Is somebody here? Whoa, little spike at a 15. Speak to the EVP recorder. Five minutes later, Mike's EVP had captured a voice. Here is the enhanced audio. Go back inside. Go back inside. Go back inside. Was this a spirit warning Mike to go back inside the halls or any rooms for something? So they headed back inside the house. Upstairs. Okay, we are back inside, upstairs. Now what do you want from us? Are you doing this to us? With a ghost saying to go back inside, the three does so, and Mike has a plan. I am not sure if we had split in a while, so here's what's going to happen. Brady, if you want, you can go back in the basement to investigate anything down there, adding to communicate in the spare bedroom, if you want to. Alright, I will choose the basement. Okay. Alex, you can set a camera filming yourself in Hannah's main room while I communicate with Mr. Hanna and Elizabeth in their own room. Okay then. Okay, good luck. Okay, let's see who is in the basement down. Down we go. Is anybody in here still? By myself in Hannah's main bedroom. Hanna, is this your bedroom? Alex EVP had picked up a singing that might be from Hanna. Oh ho 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 ho. Oh ho 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 ho. Mr. Hanna, I am in your bedroom. Tell me a sign or something. Why did your bodies get decomposed in here? Slaves and probably the baby, is what Brady's trying to say. Can you tell me in the recorder why you. Oh my god! Something just grabbed my side. What makes this cool is that before Brady felt something grab him, his camera had caught an orb of light coming out of nowhere from the concrete wall that then must have traveled to touch Brady. Do that. Why you? Oh my god. Something just grabbed my side. Okay, can you tell me why you just touched me? Or why you are trapped down here? Please? 4:30 a.m. and Brady felt something grab him till he got an EVP from what he questioned about. I want you now. I want you now. I want you now. Is this some sort of bad energy like the spirit that wants to go inside Brady's body or something? Hanna, can you tell me why you had died? Just then, Alex gets a EVP on his recorder till 10 minutes later. Why? Why? Was this the spirit of Hanna? Later, Alex had felt that energy of sadness, so he leaves the room with the camera in the room. Alex? Hanna, why are you so important to the family? Although no EVPs on Mike's recorder, he did feel his presence of Mr. Hanna. Mr. Hanna, I just want to tell you that you were a good man and tried to have a child, but had an adopted daughter named Hanna instead. And I know she is sad, and I know that the baby you tried to take care of had got buried. So nice to explore here. Thank you so much for all that important energy. It means something to me. It really does. Alright, so then after that, the sun rises and the three exits the Triple H house. The place is filled with sadness that still lives on in sorrow that will make the three investigators not forget this feeling at the historic Hanna house. The end.